Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up, all kind of good things to talk about today. But first, our weather brought to us by Hayden Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. Storming, and it's going to be getting on out of here soon, hopefully. So you just batten down the hatches, stay protected. Watch those as you're driving and all. Be careful of those water standing in the road. They can just sneak up on you. So about 90% chance of rain the rest of the day, but getting on out of here. And here's the big thing I'm going to say now. I'm going to get a marine forecast now. I've just double checked it. Marine forecast today, southwest at 25 to 35. That's from the National Weather Service. That's the highest forecast we've had all year. That's the highest forecast we've had in a very long time, within probably the past year or so, because I've looked back on the notes this morning. 25 to 35 now. It's going to be almost dangerous to be out there. Okay, high today be 78, and low is going to be 56. Water temperature did go up a couple more degrees. It's 78 degrees with a water temperature. River reading brought to us by Sandhill Seafood Restaurant and Oyster Bar. And they're looking at today, the Apalachicola is at 3 foot even, and it's dropping out, still dropping out. It's going to be dropping out some this weekend, so it's going to get below 3 by the weekend. The Choctaw at Caryville, 4.9 is right at 5 foot. It's about to peak out probably this afternoon. It's going to be peaking out and going to start dropping. Of course, this rain we're getting right now. Last night it's going to probably shoot back up over the weekend, but as it looks right now, it's going to drop a little bit and then start picking back up. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Today's May the 4th. Good tides today. Now we're going to start going in the weekend, a little bit of neap tides on Saturday and Sunday, but today we're looking good. A low tide this morning at 2:04 and a high tide at 4:25. So it's going to be coming in all day, but it's again that wind, you're really going to have to get out of that wind if you want to go fishing anywhere. Again, the marine forecast is blowing strong. All right, we'll take a break and be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now let's get right to this. My phone's been ringing off the hook, literally, and it's been, I've been getting a lot of this red snapper rule. It's been a lot of folks are really upset about it, talking about it, so we're going to talk about it right here on the show. And for you folks that haven't heard, the federal government has come out with a three-day season, okay, on red snapper in federal waters, not state waters. And we had anticipated that most people thought it was going to be at least 7 or something, but 3 days. So here's the situation now. A lot of anger out there, and a lot of people are really, really upset about it. I think the one word to sum up everybody, if there's one word, and I think I heard this probably more than anything, it's just unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. So let's dissect this. Let's look at what's caused this and where it's coming from and what can be done about it. Now, here's what's going on. Let's dissect it. Like sometimes I catch a fish and I cut it open and see what's been going after it, what it's been going after. So here's what's going on with this situation. I'm convinced of it. I'm not an expert, but I know a lot about these things because I hear all the sides. So here's what's going on. First of all, you got to look at research. Okay, they're basing everything on research. Well, here's the deal on research. I've spent my lifetime in education, and I learned right away after a couple of years of teaching and going to faculty meetings and all that. Anytime an administrator came up and said, research shows, teachers started looking around, sort of suspicious because we all knew that was the next thing coming in education. We knew, and sure, about 3 or 4 years later, research showed something just the opposite. So we became very leery as educators, and it became almost like a joke. And we started making jokes about it and all because there are some really good research out there, researchers out there. But at most of the time, whoever wants something done, they're picking out some kind of research, and so much research is done now. You can pick out research to back up your point. Now that's just coming from education. I know that for a fact. I spent a lot of time doing it, and it got to the point where we just almost rolled our eyes at a teacher workshop when somebody came in. Research shows this, research shows that, and it was just unbelievable at the amount of mess that was thrown at us that we had to do in our classrooms that really 2 or 3 years later just didn't mean a hill of beans. So I'm a little negative I have negative feelings on research in general. Now, with that being said, also right now in last week's news, they're talking about research shows that if you're over 60, you don't need cholesterol medicine anymore. That's medical researchers. So I'm a little leery of there's so much research going on. So let's establish that point, that research itself can be skewed. I can promise you it can be skewed. So the federal government is basing it on that, okay? So it's whatever you want, okay? Now the second thing, that's one. The second thing is greed. Greed is so prevalent in our society today at all different levels. We have a situation right here on Highway 390. They've been trying to 6-lane Highway 390 since 1980s. They're going to start 2017 from 23rd Street to the old airport. They've got all the land right away, acquisitions. One person is holding out. One person that don't have enough $1 million. He wants more money, and that one person is holding it up now to come up and say it's going to be 2019 because this one person is greedy and wants more money. So greed is so prevalent just in this area. So what's going on there? A lot of people got their hands in this situation, and they just want more and more. You know, $2 million not enough, $3 million not enough, and all. So anyway, greed. So understand that. Now the third point I want to make out. Okay, I wrote this. I sat down last night. I sat down. I flat out got angry talking about this. I really did. The hypocrisy of it. Okay, so you have the government here. The federal agency taking this research and say, okay, research shows this with a red snapper, so we got to do what the researchers say. We got to do that, to save it. Okay, so they're going to act on the researchers. Now, on the other hand, you got Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, FWC, in the bear situation, and all the researchers. I'm talking about neutral researchers, the guys from Oklahoma, the guys and girls of Oklahoma, from Texas, and all that look at this situation and say, listen, we have too many bears in Florida. We need to have some kind of situation where we can hunt and lower the bear population. It's going to be dangerous. So, but FWC votes no. Those researchers, what they're saying, is not valid. But these researchers over here say, hey, we got a low end of red snappers, so we're going to do something. So that's the hypocrisy of these government agencies. They just do what they want to do, and most of the time it's the politicians and the lobbyists. And there's some slime balls in Washington, D.C. and in Tallahassee, Florida. And when they're talking about draining the swamp, they're talking about stuff like this. So here's the situation right now. We the people, okay, it's like a bully. You remember a bully used to break in line in the lunchroom. I'm using this as an analogy. Break in line in front of the little kid and push him back, and then just push him one time, push him 2 times, and by that 3rd or 4th push, that little kid just pop him one time. Well, this is what's happened to us. The federal government has pushed us this way, and okay, your season's going to be now. Your season's going to be 30 days. It's going to be, okay, pushed us again, and we didn't do anything. It's going to be 20 days. Pushed us again. Now they pushed us one time too many. It's going to be 3 days. It's time that we fought back as fishermen, as outdoorsmen, and even if you don't have a dog in a fight, it ain't right to hold us to 3 days to fish for red snapper in the federal waters. I personally go out with charter people because I don't have a big boat, but my friends that fish with big boats, they have a right to fish more than 3 days, and I go with them sometimes. They have a right to fish more than 3 days for red snapper, okay? Just want you to know how I feel about it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. On tomorrow's show, now we're going to talk about some things you can do in this situation here on the red snapper. Now, let's go into more pleasant things. Let's talk about this kids fishing clinic coming up this Saturday here in town. We talked about it before. We had Marcus on the show last week, but it's coming up this Saturday. Take the kids out there Saturday morning and Saturday after lunch. It's going to be a really fun day. So take your rod and reel, see if you have them, and enjoy it. So, but don't forget about that. Now we've got this video coming. We were able to get back to the Cape, and this situation, we only had a little bit of time, and I had to make a decision. You know how I like to eat fresh fish, so we drove down there, and I got a situation where I know I'm going to catch whiting, I know I'm going to catch pompano, so I decided I got to choose between frying up the whiting for supper that night or either just grilling the pompano. So I told Gail, I said, tonight I think we'll eat some pompano. So I started, of course, what's the first thing you're going to start catching? Whiting. So we were catching a lot of whiting, but I released, this is what's rare, I released the whiting. I normally don't release them because they're really good eating, but we had a good time. Didn't fish too long, but we caught some good fish. And also, let's roll this video, then I'll be right back. to do. I'm going to throw back a whiting. They're great eating, but we don't have time to cook them. We got some pompano. We're going to cook pompano next. Let's get them out of here. We got to get some fire. Okay. So anyway, we're going to release the whiting. Hold them close to the camera. See how big it is? All right. Okay, folks, what has happened? This is fascinating. You see my truck. See where the dark sand and white sand is? I was concerned I was about to get trapped in here. I've been trying to dig out a trench way down there, and all of a sudden one just naturally busted open. And it's really amazing what's going on with nature now. Look at here what happened. It busted out now. This was full way back to where I'm standing. See the water line right here? We have water to right here. And within a matter of 3 to 4 minutes, it's all washed and draining out. Check this out. This is what's going on with nature. These birds know that some of this sea life will be stranded, and they're just looking out for them a meal. Ain't that cool? There's a shark fisherman down on that end. But you see the water line, how this water pooled up back here, and just nature takes care of itself. You got so much pressure right here. This water just broke the beach line right there, that sand line. He just broke it, and all that water drained out. So I'm not going to be trapped here. So we'll be able to do the show come Monday. I know y'all have been really worried about that one. And also, crabs and all are going to be. Check this out. If I can get, it's about to balance out with incoming and outgoing. But it's still draining down in here. This is actually what happens when a dam breaks and all. Just a great force. 10 minutes ago, this was just solid across here. And I wish I'd have been here by the time I got the camera. And also, watch this. See how it breaks in? Now by tomorrow, it'll build back up. Also, a lot of sea life will be out here. Crabs will be here. Fish will be feeding right through here. That's what goes on in nature. Uh-oh, got a fish down here. We're catching the dickens out of whiting. I'm throwing about, I bet I've caught 20, 25 whiting I haven't put on film. We just throw them back because I ain't got time to cook them tonight. Nice whiting, nice whiting. Okay, down here, you see these birds. Here's what's happened. This is just a circle of life in nature. Okay, I've released all the whitings this morning, and all of them pretty healthy. One of them has swallowed a hook, and he washed up down here about 20 yards from my pole. And you see what's going on now. Now, this is what's fascinating with these birds. They're going to get something. They're going to get a free meal, but now they fly all day, so they deserve a free meal. So this is a cycle of life, and you're going to see. I'm going to walk a little bit closer, and you're going to see he's going to eat a little bit faster. I love watching these. You know, that's one of the reasons I love fishing on the beach. All kinds of things going on. Now, as I get closer, see the biggest bird is getting the food right now. The other two, they want some food too. You see what's happening. I'm going to get closer. He's going to be mad now. He's going to try to, look at him. He's going to fly away. Okay, I'm going to back up. Come on. All right, go ahead and eat. I hate it. Now watch this, watch this. Watch this, the little one. Oh, big boy coming. All right. That's that one swallowed the hook. You know what? I guess I could go back and get my hook. All right, welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a lot of fun, real simple thing to do, and I love that fresh grilled pompano because it's just, you know, when it gets fresh, it just tastes better. Like I said, I don't normally throw back those whiting, but we just didn't, our time frame was sort of short that particular day. Now, let's look at our fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water Outrigger down in Port St. Joe. We're looking at this morning 8:08 to 10:08, and then tonight 8:32 to 10:32. Had some really good news. Got a message from Chris Forehand, the engineer that helped design the Lynn Haven boat ramp there at Porter Park by the bridge. Folks, it is now open. You may have heard about it yesterday, but it's going to be, it came in just in time. This weekend is going to be a great weekend to get out there. And I rode by and looked at it on the way in, and it's got the ramp. I'm going to go by and shoot some video of it, and it really looks good. So Lynn Haven boat ramp is now open. Their next project will be the Carl Gray boat ramp, and it's going to be the same format, the same kind of setup. And of course, as always, they're waiting for the funding, and we'll get that. I feel like it's going to come pretty soon, though, so that's really good news there. And by the way, those boat ramps are free launch, okay? For all my friends down at Port St. Joe, I got to go down there and pay $10 to launch your place, but you're welcome to come to our place, and you get to launch it free. Okay, and it really looks nice. Same amount of state funding on it too. Now looking at, let's add a name, Ann Shaw. Ann Shaw, her husband Hastings already been in here, and Hastings said, Ann, you need to enter too. So up there in Holmes County, and you can enter anytime. And we've got something special. We've got a special situation coming up in about a couple of weeks. We're going to talk about, have a guest on, talk about how you can win a really, really nice fishing trip. It'll be a part of our little spring sweepstakes, but that's going to be a secret for another week or two. They're going to bust it out, okay? Now, gator permits, don't forget about gator permits. This just came out too, about the application date. And this, most of us don't realize it's not that big of a deal, but there's a nucleus. This is a really big deal. So you can start, okay, the application period right here for phase 1 begins May 12th at 10 a.m. Now, I promise you, all across America, they're going to be punching that in at 10 a.m. That's going to be, they used to do it at midnight, and it just got flooded. So it's going to run for 12 days, 10 days to May 22nd. And they're going to, you go to alligator harvest permits, they'll be available, and it goes on. You can go online and look at this. I just wanted to bring it up so you will be aware of what you need to do and all on these permits. But the date is a big thing. It's going to be May 12th here at May 12th at 10 a.m. Okay. Now let's look at. I got a couple other things to look at. One of the things, again, Tuesday night. This coming Tuesday night, the 9th, we'll have this free fishing seminar, and also if you want to get a free estimate on by SeaDeck, it's going to be right there, right north of the old airport on Highway 390. See, they've opened up a jet boat pilot's opened up that warehouse. It's really nice, a lot of room in there. There's going to be some hors d'oeuvres and all, and it starts about 5:30, and around 6, the workshop itself will go into the seminar. And the actual looking at, you can see how they make this SeaDeck and all, how they put it on a computer and they custom design it. It's really fascinating. And like I said, I've got it on my boat. I'm gonna have my boat there, and it's so comfortable. You know, a lot of times, like the other day, I was talking about, we had a big fish on, and I didn't want to lose it and all. And I was getting ready. Then it got wrapped around a pile, but I got on my knees in the boat. You know, a lot of times you do that in these old fiberglass boats, and it just it's hard on your knees. But it was so comfortable to get down on it. It was really, really special. And I didn't realize the first time I really had personal experience using that SeaDeck as far as the comfort of fishing. And you know, and that happens a lot now, especially doing inshore fishing, where you're sort of going to have to unhook something, and you really want to get down there to water level to do it. Okay. Don't forget, tomorrow also on Friday we're going to be giving away some prizes. Let's got a couple of things right here. Here's a picture of the boat ramp here in Lynn Haven. Take a look at it. See where Porter Park boat ramp is open. Let me know what you think. That's from Chris Forehand. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit, but you got, look at you got 1, 2, 3 bays, and really 4. And then you got a walkway right along. And this is what they're going to do at Carl Gray Park, and that's going to be really nice. I think they're going to have to sort of clean out. They got to make it deeper. They have to dredge out some of that area at Carl Gray. But this was natural. They cleaned it out a little bit, and it's going to go right out there into the channel, and that's a good place to launch. I launch there probably more than anywhere, okay? Don't forget about the full moon coming up next Wednesday. I just cannot emphasize it enough. If you really love fishing this weekend, especially on the freshwater side, in the ponds and the creeks and rivers up in the sloughs, the river now, Apalachicola is dropping out. Now, I don't know what this rain is going to do to the Choctawhatchee. Obviously, it's going to go up. But this weekend will be one of the most important weekends to go fishing simply because of the moon. I've talked about it over and over again, okay? So be aware of that. I know there'll be folks down at Howard Creek going to be calling me and sending me pictures. Carter track, real quick. People want to know how to get a Carter track. Let me try to get in real quick. Here's Highway 77 going north around Greenhead. Okay, that little dot right there, right before you get to Sunny Hills. Let me zoom in a little bit faster. But this, in the green print right here, this green area, that's all Carter track. Okay, so you see the ponds and all, and that little dot is where you check in. And you check in there, and you want to call maybe ahead of time. You want to rent a boat, you need to call and sort of reserve it. But you can walk around but just check in, and it's got 4 or 5 ponds on it to fish it. Okay, and here's a picture of it. Really, really pretty. But you can go inside on the FWC website and check it out, and they'll tell you all the information about it. But the Carter track this weekend, if you fly fishing, going to be excellent. And we haven't talked a lot about fly fishing, the creeks and all. I did get a report yesterday, West Arm out in Weewaw, the West Arm. These 2 brothers went yesterday afternoon and caught about 27 something after work on a fly. Okay, got to get out of here. See y'all tomorrow. You have a great day. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.